Let's go, guys. Scanner ban. Nice. Finally, someone who knows how to drop. Wait, but you want Scanner on blue side? It's fine. If you don't first pick it, it's fine. I truly believe Scanner is so broken, but Junja just completely ran it down. I mean, Aurora ban, Scanner ban, Oriana ban, LeBlanc. Respect ban to Kane. Something like a first pick Ashe even. Could be Ashe. Ziggs is ban, right? So Ashe first pick makes sense. I don't think they will ever first pick a jungler because Levi plays pretty much everything and he plays a lot of cheese champs. Unless you first pick Wukong, but I don't think you first pick Wukong because enemy team can play like Brand Zyra. I think Rainbow 7 won this draft. I like Rainbow 7 draft more. I think they have a very easy team fight setup with basically Wukong going in, Nar going in. If enemy, they also out range, right? So like even though they have a good team fight setup, they actually can let enemy team engage first, and then they can use the Braum to peel. They obviously have a lot of range with Ezreal, Syndra poking from far away. They can one-shot someone. I think Poppy's, there is no tank in Gam. So Gam needs to snowball this game. Gam needs to make this game chaotic. I think if this game is slow, if this game is more about grouping for objectives and playing, taking it chill, then I think that Rainbow 7 is favorite. Let's go, boys! It seems like Rainbow 7 might look for an invade. They do have Braum Wukong, so they are much stronger than Shyvana. Shyvana, by the way, really easy to get behind level 1 because, you know, the champion itself is just not very strong level 1. So I would not be surprised if OD would try to start at enemy Raptors in this game. What about the hate from World song? I mean, I do think it's quite fair that, you know, there was more highlight on Linkin Park than T1 itself, but I know as a Westerner, I like Linkin Park and I like World, so for me, I mean, I don't like their take, but basically, especially Korea did not like that the spotlight from the song was on Linkin Park more than on the T1 players and players overall. Like more of a band. More about the band. Wait, this is very interesting that they decide on... They decide on not invading level 1, and I'm pretty sure they see Wukong. Okay, I mean the Rumble won't be able to do anything here. So Levi seems to be doing the same clear as previous game, which is starting Wolves and then doing Raptors. Reason for that clear is very safe. No one is ever gonna invade your rules unless enemy lane swap, which I don't think they would like to this game. And then on top of that, your Wolves are gonna spawn faster than if you were to start, let's say, blue and do Wolves later, so you will naturally get more experience faster in the game. And they were pissed off because the Asian players look similar to each other, barely distinguishable. Yeah, I think that I agree as well. No. That take I agree with. I think a lot of Asian players did not look that much different in the video. I think the easiest to recognize for me was Honor because of his hair and Faker, obviously. And then all the Western players were actually quite easy. But for example, I didn't know Chovy is Chovy. But I could tell Ben is Ben, but I didn't know Chovy is Chovy.
Was looking really good, and now they have pressure here through bot.
Shyvana already level 3. She did 3 camps. Same as Wukong.
Yeah, and I think Shyvana really is the X factor in this game because we like R7's team composition, but we just haven't seen that much Shyvana, and I feel like especially...
I mean, we haven't seen that much Shyvana because Shyvana herself, I don't think Shyvana is like great at, you know,
there were some fights where he was landing like
the game. I don't think Shyvana is a great champion, really.
And it was drawing bans.
When does the Sabaton end? In 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
And a Levi specialty.
I mean, it's a good point, right? You know, if you do hit that ulti E, it is so powerful. And if you hit multiple, you're doing so much damage. If you're missing them, your champion doesn't really do anything.
And if you fall behind, you look bad.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons they've been able to get so much practice on it, because generally speaking in the VCS, they were running over people. Vikings was the best team in the VCS in the regular season, but in the playoffs, Gam beat them in back.
But don't worry, even if our timer runs out, I will be here every day, co-streaming, casting worlds for you. Love to do that. I'll be, you know, playing the horror movie we promised on Tuesday. Tomorrow, day after is Worlds, Champions Queue.
These teams are really the reference for their region, right? We've seen.
I'm not disappearing, Chad. I'm not disappearing. Wow, really nice trade for Kia.
represent his region at the World Championship so often, and also getting to do it on a signature Shyvana is just really cool.
It is really cool, and I fully agree, because a lot of these regions, these smaller regions, are
Thank you,
absolutely
Kuromi.
dominated by a team, right? There's players who have just run
Thank
the
you.
region for so long, guys like Audi, and when you think of...
I mean, I think the laning phase is going as well as it could for both teams, really. What I really want to focus on and highlight is the jungle matchup, because I think that both of them really want to farm till 6. Question is, can the Shyvana get to level 6 before the Wukong, and can she maybe sneak a Drake? Because if Shyvana can sneak a Drake and Shyvana can get, more tanky because of it, she will start to scale very, very well into the game. If Shyvana, if all the Drakes are denied and you can't really take them, then Shyvana scales slower.
So it's a bit of a handshake in terms of their ability to farm up. A lot of aggressive play coming down in the bot lane, but not
Shyvana will
much.
be level 5 now, right after these cracks. As you can see, Shyvana way faster in tempo in the jungle. Shyvana is already done with all her camps besides Grump, which is gonna respawn in about 40 seconds, I think the Grump is gonna respawn. Meanwhile, Odi is on Raptors, and his next natural pathing is gonna be Wolves to Grump. So right now Shyvana's free time. The question is, can Shyvana transition this free time into Drake?
So you have to really know the limits of the champion. If you're not an expert
Look,
player,
might be a fight.
not a good pick.
Wukong is gonna face check Shyvana, Wukong is gonna face check Shyvana, Wukong is gonna face check
Too much as a
Shyvana.
level 5 Shyvana, but they don't know he's there.
Oh, wait. Odi was checking Drake and warding it, so no, never mind.
Strange positioning. There's no
Okay, it seems like Levi is not greedy. He knows that if they were to fight, they lose. Because I mean, I do think Shyvana is way weaker than Wukong. So he's just giving his mid laner a push out instead of, trying to do something too crazy.
Can be difficult in the early levels, so he's just trying to help him get that push. Easy Love getting jumped on here. Lions not able to connect with the Winter's Bite, unfortunately. Otherwise, they could have maybe gone for more, forced out a cleanse or something.
Is Lissandra strong right now? I don't think so. I think Lissandra lost a lot of her power when they nerfed, when they made durability patch and she cannot one-shot anymore. Okay, so this looks like a trade for Grabis. Obviously, we are denying extra resistances from Shyvana, but at the same time, Shyvana is getting more XP because Grabis give actually more XP than Drakes do. So Shyvana is still getting quite a decent amount of XP here, which I think she will be happy about. But RNG is on Rainbow 6-7 side. Scuttlecrab spawns next to Wukong. After Scuttlecrab, Wukong is gonna hit level 6. So very, very lucky here for Odi, getting the Scuttle advantage here for free basically. It's either gonna be after Scuttle or after Gromp. Since he skipped Gromp before, I think he needs to take Gromp to actually get level 6. So both junglers will be hitting 6 around now. Shyvana will be hitting 6 basically right now, and then Wukong will be hitting 6 as soon as Grump is done.
Level 6 for Levi's.
Okay, I really like how Levi is using this time to invade enemy jungler. Obviously, Shyvana level 6 is quite slippery because of her ult and W. She's really fast. So Levi is trying to play for, extra experience, extra farm. Very well played by Levi, really. Jungle popping is working well for him.
Will be losing at the very least the cannon.
Yeah, I mean, I will say though,
that being said, I do think that it was way easier to make Wukong useful by just existing as a Wukong than Shyvana that, has to really do stuff. Shyvana really needs to make fights happen. She's rushing Spear of Shujin, which makes her a bit tanky and makes her have a little bit of AD into Landris.
So that Ezreal poke not going to be nearly as threatening, but Seo doing a good job, landing quite a bit of it. You can see Elio just kind of constantly going forward, trying to land a Q, and then eating back to the minions before the Braum passive can stun you. So, nice little play from him there.
Something GAM did well yesterday, I felt, was play around their item spikes really well. So, they've been pretty stable. I think we both really like the structure of R7's team comp, but if GAM can fight on the right power spikes, I think that's the way into this game. They have yet to complete...
Do get the CS across lanes. It's quite even actually, as long as Ezreal can catch most of this wave. I think the action is gonna start happening around the second spawn of Void Grabbies, because I highly doubt that Rainbow 7 will want to leave all 6 grabs against Yone that can pressure side lane. And I do think Yone should be winning this game against both Syndra and Gnar on side lane.
But draft I always look at it as like a force multiplier, right? So at the end of the day,
who do I want to win? I don't mind really. I'm supporting both teams. I think Shyvana is slowly approaching her, not first item, I think she's still off, but she will have a decent decent buy, most likely a Kindle Gem and some longswords. Oddie is looking here, but yeah. Oh no, we have a Ruby Crystal and a Warhammer. Kua bought a Kindle Gem, but preferred to buy more AD, so, you know, maybe Leva is more aggressive. Wait, Kane? If he is that Q, I think he could have ulted for damage.
Empty-handed on his own attempt at counter jungling.
Yeah, I think
Lower comms, or you think it's too loud, the casters?
Yeah. They're playing pretty safely here. It might just be an ulti on the wave if they get nervous, and it is going to be just that.
Okay, I don't think they really needed to ult here, considering Shyvana was right behind them. I think that was a panic move by Easy Love, but it is what it is. Wow, Levi instantly knows that there could be a ping there because they invaded his jungle. Instantly, it's really, really nice. Summit! Okay.
Doesn't get tagged by the boulder toss. That could have been dangerous for him if he
Oh! Kane is so close to killing ammo. I feel like one stun hits, one Q hits, and he can ult, and then he's basically just dead. I'm too loud. I can put my microphone a bit further away, and I can make casters a bit louder as well.
Will have an opportunity to clear top to bot if he wants to, or stick around for additional grubs. And then Emo even
I mean, if that Eek hits right, but it didn't. Syndra is at 54 stacks already. I mean, this game is relatively slow, right?
Non-stop and harassing him, you know, trying to keep him down, trying to bully him out as much as possible. TP is back up.
55, 64 stacks, soon approaching 70 stacks. She needs one more level for 70. Obviously, Syndra is getting more and more power with her stacks. The thresholds are 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 for every ability from Q to R. In that order, Q, W, E, R.
And look at that, the first completed item of the game is the Spear of Sojin on the Shyvana. So he's been power farming, he's been extremely efficient, and he's going to have the empowered E up and able to fire frequently if they fight at these grubs.
Yeah, and we'll see if that is that difference maker there, as they would love to get
Look!
6 grubs. I mean, I think
it is 6 grubs, but wait, Wukong is using ult on Rumble, but Rumble is not gonna die. Oddie is completely isolated from his team now. Oh my god, but Kiaya actually gets ulted by Braum, but Kane has no ult here. Kiaya is for sure gonna die, that's gonna be first birth to Rainbow Six, but at the same time Summit and Oddie are both under pressure. Levi is gonna finish off the kill, Oddie is gonna die as well. I don't think anyone else is gonna die. I really highly doubt they can chase the Syndra. But this will be 6 grubs. Oh my god, the damage from Shyvana is insane!
But it's a 6 grub game. It's looking like for Gam, they outfight R7 and they come up
R7,
huge.
Rainbow 7, not 6. I don't know why they have with Rainbow 6. I think there's a game like that, that's why. By the way, that was crazy by Wukong that he actually avoided all the Rumble damage with a W. And then we had really good Braum ult. But the problem is that Sivir didn't have ult this fight. And because Sivir didn't have ult this fight, they lacked damage to kill Rumble immediately. And then because they committed to kill Rumble, they got chased and killed. And Shyvana was free to hit the whole time. Like, look, I thought Oddie was trolling because I thought Rumble is just gonna one-shot him. But then he actually plays a really nice W. And, you know, now the problem is they actually get a good engage and they should one-shot this Rumble. But Rumble doesn't die, gets the flash out and baits Summit in, baits Oddie in. And both Oddie and Summit die because of it. If Rumble were to die there and then they would focus Shyvana / Yone, they would win the fight. Wait! Bro, Levi on the Shyvana is doing so much damage, so much work, so much damage. I mean, he's just like looking for everyone. I think, oh, okay, I think the Shyvana will be dead here. Wow, Easy Low flashes over the wall to make sure to support his teammate. But I don't think Miss Fortune really has the damage to kill anyone here. She's stuck! Miss Fortune is stuck! And a Rainbow 7 comes back to the game with this one fight. Overcommitment from Gam. Really, really big overcommitment. Wow.
100 health from that final E from Levi is the difference between a 3-for-0.
I mean, to be honest, if Levi would be able to finish off any of these kills, it would have finished differently, but he did overcommit to the fight. He went really deep and he wouldn't really finish any of these kills, so naturally he died. Syndra played this fight very well, finishing on the Poppy on the side, peeling her carries, doing a lot of damage. I mean, this is something they liked last fight, right? Syndra is already, my friends, at 80 stacks at 13 minutes. That, by the way, is crazy amount. 80 stacks. So how does Syndra get stacks? She needs to hit 2 abilities on 1 champion, or last hit a cannon, or get a level up. Every level up is 5 stacks. Every cannon, 1 stack. Every time she hits 2 abilities on 1 champion, 1 stack. She's at 80 stacks in 13 minutes, which empowers her Q, E, and W. She's very, very strong already.
We're going to see.
Oh my god, this is why they lost.
R7 in this
Because
fight was the
Rumble was
interrupted
TPing in, but the
teleport
TP got
by
cancelled.
Summit's Gnar, and then watching this through one more time, Levi, the start of this fight just seemed like it was going to be such an easy win for them. But
I mean, the start of the fight looks amazing, really. But then there's just no damage. Like, that plant ruins everything, basically.
Really just trolls Gam, to be completely honest, sending them everywhere. And yeah, as you mentioned, that flash was not ideal.
Yeah. And I mean, Easy Love just kind of guessed where they
I
were.
think not ideal is like the nice way to say it, but yes, not ideal. I mean, he was trying to support his jungler though, so like the nice thing is that he really tried to, you know, help.
Yeah, he's going to try and get a little bit of poke down onto
Wow,
Sumit.
look at
You
this
can see
level
just
is damage.
two
He's really
Shyvana.
farming your damage.
I'm just going to call him Shyvana alts, but they're Shyvana
Pause 9, I cannot
He's
give you a
on
sub
that
because
turret.
you already have one. So it's not possible for me to
Man, he
give you
gets
one, I
so
tried.
much poke. 1 E there gets Seo down to about half health.
Yeah, Seo on the run here. Elio threatening, but Audie's gonna go in. He pops the cycle and gets rejected there by the pop.
Wait, look at Poppy. One more Q from Summit. I mean, Brom is gonna block all the damage, right? Wow, the sidesteps though.
Is able to get out there, barely survives.
Actually, some successful cover fire as Gam take a lot of that inner turret, nearly getting a massive injection in gold at the end of that, and they're also going to be up in tempo off that play because
Leg
they're
economy
to
snapshot.
Send everyone to defend that, and Kia is just going to be able to freely
Syndra
push this
is
top
approaching
wave,
100 stacks.
crash it,
So
and
why
R7
100 stacks is
doesn't
so
even have a
important on
teleport to
Syndra
go
is
up
because
and
from
get that really
100
fast.
stacks Syndra will execute you from 100 from 15% health, okay? And 15% health is quite a lot considering that she has so many abilities to do damage. So if Syndra can land a combo on any one of these 5 champions on any team, and she has 100 stacks, there is quite a high chance she was gonna just completely delete someone from 100 to 0. And the Yone also is winning side lane as anyone. I think Syndra might struggle to kill anyone but Yone. Sorry, will kill everyone but Yone.
I'd also say so
I think
far,
Yone's shield maybe can
give a lot
save
of
him.
Credit to Gam's laning, kind of stepping up to the moment, not getting gapped by Summit, who has been gapping most people.
Look, he just got a stack,
And then really
94.
just buying a lot of time
95!
for Levi Shyvana
Wait,
to
he
turn
even
on.
got
He
2
can
stacks
use
from
the
there. Maybe it was from the
increase
cannon or something.
before the next big fight. He's going to
95 stacks, 5 more guys, 5 more. Post champ, hold it.
So much of the
This will be a
texture
tier
of
2
this
tower
game
though from
when he
Gam,
just
which
gets
is
to
a lot
fire
of
that
gold.
E off
700
so
gold
many times
to
per
this.
fight.
Did Poppy just share gold? Guys, if you are a support player and your team is about to get tier 2 tower, please don't take the gold from your carries. You are just a support. You are not supposed to get the gold from the carries. Why did he just get the gold from the carries?
Absolutely, he's
Shamelessly stealing 400 gold, which is, by the way, more than a kill worth of gold from his Yone. Instead, Yone having 1.5 item, Yone now is gonna stay poor.
400 gold on the Shyvana. That's 1,000 gold ahead of Audie's Wukong.
Yoink! Yoink! Yoink!
It's been really big. That's a 3.
No yoink!
And when you're playing this kind of champion, you're talking about the efficiency with which he's playing. Efficiency is the name of the game when you're playing a heavy farming jungler, you know, like a Shyvana. So definitely doing well, and Levi has been such a star for the region
Look,
for so long.
Yone has
obviously,
Phage,
you know,
but he would
20
probably have
season,
another Ruby Crystal or something.
Turn power farm game.
Wukong really sucks against Rumble. Rumble with the amount of damage he has can really easily 100 to 0 Wukong every time until Wukong has magic resist. It seems that Rainbow 7 is hard committing to this Drake. I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is because I think that Gam is playing for gold. So okay, they are giving up this Drake, but they are getting 200 extra gold from Herald, and they will most likely get tier 1 tower top. And with this Herald, they can most likely break tier 2 top tower because they have 6 grabs too. So even though they lose the Drake, it's still 2-1 in Drakes. It's not third Drake, it's the second. Okay, it's third Drake of the game. Second Drake to R7. And the gold that Gam has is crazy right now, okay? The advantage is gonna keep growing and growing and growing. And the question is, can Levi carry with the advantage he has? And also, when Silas gets, when Yone gets 2-3 items, he won't be able to get executed by Syndra no more because he will simply be too tanky for Syndra to kill him on side lane. And his Yone is gonna keep winning silence harder and harder because he's gonna keep getting more and more gold. And then we have a problem.
Watching this game play out, my biggest concern for Rainbow 7 is their ability to engage. Because even though we were thinking that Gam
7.5 gold to MF. Syndra is currently power spiking, guys. Syndra is level 13 with 104 stacks and has almost 2 items. She really needs a Storm Surge. As soon as she gets Storm Surge, she for sure one-shots everyone. Even the Yone will get one-shot at this point.
Who has the onus to engage, and they might not have enough tools.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting, you know, if we get to those later stages, you know, how Levi actually manages that, because you want to be aggressive, you want to utilize that ultimate, but he is going to have to really
I forgot
watch
the
out
start of
for
the
things like
conversation by the time
you
we
know,
got to
you
the
get
end.
hit by a scatter, then all of a sudden Audie's following up and you're in a lot of trouble.
Excuse me, sir. What do you mean?
Super squishy.
Yeah.
It's
You didn't listen to
pretty
me?
purely
Was I
offensive.
yapping too much?
It's not some bruiser Shyvana that actually gets to ult in. You kind of ult to the side and then start e-spamming people.
Yeah, nice little chunk.
Carry Wurst with another fight, thank you. So this will be tower for R7, right? Which is nice. Wow. Easy low force ult here. Actually, a Mev ult can clear waves from so far away. Levi is trying to power farm.
Yep, they were able to successfully trade the turret for the Drake. And
Why
the
is
question
Twitch
will be,
getting so many
where
subs all of a
does
sudden?
Levi decide to use this Herald? But even without using the Herald, I mean, look, he's already keeping
We're
the
back at
pressure up. He's
42.07.
moving in, stealing blue buff as they're
We're
just
actually
pushing
just
bot
back at
lane,
42.
Catch the mid wave, reset. They're just very
Well, thank you very much.
smartly
Thank you, Eddie.
playing,
Thank you,
like,
Kerry.
clean macro, which isn't in terms of being the reference for their region. People think of the VCS and they think, you know, over one combined kill per minute, fight. And that's even Rainbow Seven's impression when we saw them in the feature, thinking, yeah, this is just going to be a big fighting game. Currently, it's actually just Gam pushing waves and taking objectives.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, R7 as well also really did kind of level up, you know, from watching them regionally. I feel like they played such a better series here against 100 Thieves. Yeah, 100 Thieves.
I think when Emo gets Phage and Stridebreaker, or rather Stridebreaker out of Phage, this is where Yone will be really able to push side waves and, you know, kill the Gnar or kill the Syndra. Right now he just doesn't have the sticking power and he's still a bit afraid because he hasn't scaled fully. Wait, but Summit will get chased down here. He's dead. He's just dead. He can, nah, he's just dead. There's not, he already used his jump, he's just dead. But why would he overstay bot and push that tower? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why?
Summit's weakness leads most leagues in isolated deaths. When he is playing, even if he is a spectacular laner, there was no connection between what he was doing and what the rest of the team was doing. So a pretty safe gank there for Levi and Emo, and now they're heralding.
They are committing for the tower because they are 5-4 on the map and they just saw the Syndra. I'm not sure if they will actually get the tower though, but that, you know, does make the tower very, very low, and obviously they also get a push bot and mid. And Levi gets to get enemy jungle camps, which, you know, puts this Shyvana further and further and further ahead. I just wonder what he's gonna end up building. He already has his Spirit of Shujin and his Cosmic, and his Landris, I mean. I don't think Shyvana is going for Cosmic. I think Shyvana might honestly be just going tank now. Or at least I think Shyvana should be going tank. I think she might be building Sterax. I think Sterax is great because then she won't be able to get boosted down.
To actually find a window to play around, he's kind of constantly playing catch up to where
How does Syndra execute work? With every bulb of the ult execute you when you get below 15? Yes.
A little bit behind them here.
Any ball of the Syndra ult can execute you below 15%. So if there is 6 balls, which I think is the maximum, of power on Syndra ult, each ball deals damage, right? Each ball deals, like each prog of the ball deals damage. So whichever prog makes you under 15, you will die. Pop, executed. And 120 stacks, guys. At 120 stacks, Syndra gets 15% extra AP. So she will really start, I mean, she hurts already. And R7 is grouping for this Drake. And this Drake fight could go either way. If they find a quick one-shot, they can easily win this. I think Shyvana is going Rift Maker, so I was wrong there. She's not building Sterax, she's actually building Rift Maker. Judging by the fact that she has both Ruby Crystal, Amplifying Tom, and she's a Shyvana. I think she's building Rift Maker. We do have 2 items each, pretty much on everybody in the game right now, or at least on the carries. I think CO missing his mana moon is quite big. I think Ezreal is very behind, but Syndra is very strong. If Syndra could get to level 15 before the fight, that would be really huge, because Syndra would actually get a power spike, and she doesn't miss a lot of, she misses only a sliver of XP. Odie getting the knight here. Syndra has stacking, yes. Will you see? Look at that Syndra damage. Look, guys, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And that is Shyvana, which is not even that squishy. Shyvana, I would say, arguably is the most tanky member of GAM team. So if she is squishy, then everyone else is paper. And Syndra is at Unleashed Power level. Unleashed Power is the passive proc at 120. So Syndra right now has 303 AP. She is massive.
now getting them
303 AP is a lot, considering that all her build is full penetration. And this is, my friends, third Drake for R7. So as much as R7 is behind in gold, I do think their team composition is much stronger right now.
Gold in the favor of Gam, but a Soul really does kind of eliminate that completely. And now it's Baron o'clock. You can see the effects there. They're already hitting it. Now the reveal is there.
Does Shyvana affect Dragon priority at all, or is it just a bait passive?
But look how far Audi is.
No, Shyvana does get 5 magic resist and 5 armor every Dragon lane. Wow! They sneaked the Nashor, they completely one-shotted Shyvana and Rumble with double Landers, do so much damage. They do give up Poppy for it, but that's insane.
Worth the cost.
Yeah. Elio, you will be remembered. And you'll be back alive.
Well, your voice is going places sometimes, don't you have to talk? Are you asking me that my voice is breaking? Are you asking or are you saying? I don't understand.
Eventually they are going to have to fight someone, I think.
Martin, normalnie możesz tu wrzucać.
Because they're extending their goal lead time and time again with Soul being.
Oh damn, I forgot all about wars. I lived in Vietnam for years. I should find some local bar to show the GAM games. Oh bro, Vietnam is huge about League. I'm sure they are showing the game somewhere. Wow, Wukong gets completely one-shot by the true damage. And now Kane TP's in. Kane will be in trouble. Look at Emo, he still has ult. It's quite dependent on the... Yes, Levi hits the E. And this is a dead Syndra. And this might also be... What the fuck? Do you see what just happened to MF? Syndra is 300 health. She pressed QR. She killed her with 2 abilities. QR, she's dead. She just deleted her. QR, boom. Outplay that! Outplay that if you can!
Coming out from Katie's Cinder to kill easy, but that's actually going to diminish Gam's ability to take this turret with this Baron buff. Still a huge
Oh, I think I messed up my hotkey there. I need to see that again.
To take this turret with this Baron buff. Still a huge play for
Okay, so flash in. Wow, and a double knockup, so Brom shit could not even help. I mean, Gam is really good at pressing their buttons when it comes to being decisive. Gam is a really decisive, guys. Really decisive.
So decisive. R7 thought that play was going to be over. 80 carry, dead be damned. They break the inhibitor open and still have supers in the mid lane.
They're nearly 8,000 gold ahead now at this point. Gam have taken a monstrous lead in this game. This was such a decisive play here.
Emo.
I mean, by the way, Wukong doesn't have a chance against Yone right now. We should not even fight it. Yone is so broken. He also does true damage, which doesn't help against with your armor.
Look at how much Levi sidesteps here. Syndra, Braum, Syndra.
Look at look at the Syndra damage again.
R7 as they step forward. Clutch amount of Cinder damage.
Can't sidestep that, Chad. Can't sidestep that.
A lot of gameplay going on at the very end of that one for Misfortune, but still a huge play for him overall.
Yeah. Wasn't that familiar with your game? Yeah. Still a Cinder with almost 3 items there, but yeah. Levi, he had the jukes there, man. He was dodging everything. He even sidestepped the Summit Q.
Well, that's one of the things about the amount of confidence that it feels like Gam is playing with confidence and decisiveness. Even very early on in the laning phase, you could see they were willing to play on those margins.
AD carry Halberd just got deleted, but I think when she gets shield or Movel Mortis, she's gonna be fine.
I mean, just look at the gold lead in jungle. This is ridiculous. 3.4k right there in the jungle.
It's a Levi gap, man. This is...
Okay, there's a huge lead in the jungle, but to be completely honest with y'all, look at the items. There is double Rift Maker and double Landres, so these tanks will really not survive a long time. I think Wukong has a crazy hard game to play. He really has no magic resist. He's playing against Shyvana Rumble. Wait! Syndra is just dead, he has no flash. I think that slowly will be the end, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the LATAM players, but this is not looking good, guys. Summit is trying to push bot lane. Okay, I think they will force the tower. They'll force the tower, absolutely force the tower. There's no minions though, they don't damage to it anymore. There's grabbies but no minions, that's why the tower is not really falling. There's literally no minions, they are just tanking it. The grabbies are just tanking it. The boy grabs are tanking the tower. Summit is gonna take tier 2 tower, but can they defend the Nexus? Wow, okay, so Gam decides to back off and just go bot lane. You know what, I like this play. I like this play. They are not risking the chance of enemy team acing them before the dragon is alive, so I like this. As you can see, 30 seconds for Drake, they don't want to give soul. What's gonna happen right now is that Gam is gonna open mid bot. They will push out bot deep, they will push out mid deep. Then they will just start Drake, they will take it, you know, to not give enemy any chances. If enemy team walks up, which they might will and should do, like R7, the last chance they have is this Drake. R7 has to fight. Summit tipped it because he was scared, okay? He made a quick play. Oh, but this is a program. The fight is already not playable. Oh my god! Poppy peeled the Wukong perfectly. But Levi might just get deleted here. I think he will die here, but it's 1-for-1 so far. And Odi, wow! Kane found 2 people. But Emo is still alive. The question is, what can Emo really do? He's gonna be 1 against 4. This is a soul, guys. This is a soul. Gam gets overconfident. Emo opens both sides. He has no TP. He cannot join the fight. They lose 5v4.
Emo could say anything about it. He's into the pit. Has to go back with the soul inbound. Now can't make anything happen here. They're going to be able to claim it. That's a
MF literally died from Syndra pressing R. Like look at Misfortune, just look. She dies from R. She dies from just R. The fight looks so good. They one-shot the Braum, Poppy pills Wukong. But now Levi goes too deep. He gets killed. Look easy love, look easy love. Okay, that was a WQ and R, sorry. And now the fight is just lost. If Yone is part of this fight, the fight would never be so difficult. Poppy ult was a bit wasted, but not too wasted. I mean, he still knocked up Wukong.
I was watching Levi's pathing even before this fight. He was taking
nice reaction.
He was sitting on 1600 gold.
I think Misfortune should buy Hexdrinker or use a null magic mantle. At this point Syndra hits so hard even through magic resist. But this might still not matter because 3 inhibitors are open, the base is in shambles. Just like NA hopes of making it out of planes.
And now the power of the soul as well as their overall team comp turning on. I think R7's not out of this.
No, absolutely not. I mean, Kaney, again, just 100-0 easy love with his R only, right? Like, and he is now even stronger and now attacks.
Why isn't they catching strays? I mean, they are always catching strays. I don't know, dude. They lost to R7, so. Okay, the problem is, I don't think anyone beats this Yon on silence. So as you can see, Gam is forcing. Wait, Summit. Wait, but Kaya is here as well. It's 2v1 in the base, but at the same time, they're doing Nash. Nash is regenerating right now. Look at Emo, look at Emo, look at Emo. I think they will be able to get this inhi, but Kane is coming. I think maybe they can get a kill. This is 3 inhibitors, which means double Mega Minions will spawn now in the base. Will Gam decide to start the Nash again? There's still no vision from R7, look. The last ping just got killed. Emo has TP. Emo can base and TP bot or top or mid, doesn't really matter.
Has no structures, but is stronger. And the other team is just going to try and run them around the map. I don't think Gam can win a straight 5v5, but they're going to be playing.
Yes, Gam does have a difficult 5v5 right now. Mainly because of that Syndra. But they are trying to split enemy up. They are trying to make it a bit problematic. As you can see, Kiai is still pushing bot lane. Emo is opening the bot side of the map. It's not about Gam having better macro. Gam is just stronger on a side lane. It's not about just macro here. It's just about also who is stronger on a side lane. Who has better champions on a side lane. And currently the better silent champion is the Yone. Yone is just the best silent champion. And I don't think Yone really gets one-shot by Syndra. So he can be very aggressive. He wins now, he wins Syndra. They will keep starting this Nashor because this is the best way of playing the game. They must absolutely, like enemy team, if they leave base without cleaning minions, the minions will end the game because 2 big minions on each wave is completely unplayable for the towers. And that's a Nashor, guys. What's gonna happen now is that Gam is gonna go mid, top, bot, all 3 lanes at the same time, and they will push up, and they will buff the minions, and they will be really slow about how to end this game. And then if they cannot end the game, they will go to Elder. I do believe that R7 will be caged in their base. This is a very, very, very hard situation to be in. They need to find a way to pull the trigger, and they need to find a way to kill someone. But can they really kill anyone? That's the question. If they will get pushed on every wave,
do they actually fight to try to defend the inhibitors, or do you just try to say, you know what, we're going to wait it out, we're going to give up those inhibitors once again, and we're going to try to wait to fight at something like the Elder?
I think they're only going to take a good fight. Because I think if you let it get all the way to your Nexus, I think that's wrong. But if you overextend for a fight early, that's also wrong. And it's going to be an answer to that question of, do they have enough engaged in their team comp?
Exactly. It's
so R7 is looking for a pick. This is why they're opening to top side, right? And they are trying to find a pick. But what Gam should really do is avoid fighting and make sure you push waves. By pushing waves, you give enemies no chance whatsoever to really make a play on you. Even though they do have the Hextech Drake, they benefited mostly in fight, but there's no fight that you give them.
R7 actually go. Nice rejection there by the Poppy.
Wow.
Now they're gonna try to turn around. Odyssey
Okay, Odyssey is very low.
but it's gonna be blocked by the
That's one ult.
So Easy
Braum ult
does
burnt,
expend it.
Poppy ult
Odyssey has
burnt,
to go back to base and heal
MF
up.
ult,
He
and this is an
wants
inky.
to inhibitor.
And you know,
He
like, look at the
wants to
minions.
now the middle one's gone.
Look at the army of the minions. The Vietnamese minions. The Vietnamese minions are approaching your Nexus. They are just swarming you. Swarming you from bot, from mid, and from top.
He's back into the found. They're trying to
The
do
Viet
this.
army is here, guys. And Odi is trying to go in against the Viet army, but look at Emo. Emo one shots 2 people at the same time, and this would be a game. 5 people killed. Braum is the only one alive.
Make it happen.
The Vietnamese siege
Be damned. Gam
finishes the game. Rainbow 7 goes 1 game down. Scanner ban instantly, Aurora ban, so we are kinda running it, but Gam again is blue side. Let's remember that the first pick from Gam was the Rumble. Vi ban, Aurora, are they just running it back and changing the champions a bit? LeBlanc, Oriana, Skarner, respective bans. 2 bans against Levi, Vi and Shyvana. Still, we do have a first pick Rumble. Right now, Levi could look to play Wukong or Jarvan. I think both champs he plays and both champs will be good with Rumble. Rel picked away here. Honestly, they could just look for Leona and Wukong, but Leona is banned, so they can do that. Alistar? Or is it now? It might be a Naut time, guys. It might be Nautilus. Nautilus Wukong. I think Nautilus Wukong is not about rotation here. Rakan. Oh! I actually like Rakan more. I think I forgot about Rakan as a champion, but Rakan is great with Wukong and with Yona. He will make sure to get in there with the Wukong. What is the last pick here? Now you are kind of deciding if Jace is going mid and top, and then you pick your next role. So they decide that Jace is actually going mid, and then we have Cassandra top lane. I mean, honestly, Rainbow 7 is playing quite strong teamfight combo, I would say. I still think that, you know, they have a good team fighting, they can be very powerful.
I'm assuming it's gonna be Summit playing the Cassante, which is
Wukong does win 1-on-1 against pretty much. I mean, he does win against Jarvan and can win against Jace depending on what the goals in the game. I expect the push to go to Rumble in the early game. I expect Jarvan and Wukong to be quite similar when it comes to Giant Clear. I expect Jace to have push, and then I also expect Jhin to definitely have push in the bot lane. I think the game plan from both teams will really be farming to 6. I doubt we will see a lot of action in the early game unless Jarvan finds a mid gang on the top lane. I think that's the only thing that can happen, guys. I think a cheeky top lane gangs is something that could happen. Quite a standard opening here from both teams, really.
Gam, I think, is just going to be having so much confidence and momentum after that game 1, because there were little things that we were seeing even in the laning phase from Gam. Willing to take risks on small things and getting away with it.
I might be speeding up the game a bit
as well. Not losing lane to Summit.
to get to laning phase quicker.
Tours.
Tours. Oh my god, Summoner's Rift really does not look that great from this angle. You can see the pixels, you can see the graphics. I do think Jace might have a hard game, but remember that R7 really hard outranges VCS, okay, in this game.
Feel like, hey, I don't really think I can punish him a lot with, you know, the Comet, then just go for sure strike. Just try to farm a little bit more gold, complete those items that much faster.
I mean, do you actually think that do you guys actually think that Jace can play against Yone, Wukong, Rumble, and Jhin? Like, they should be able to get on top of him, right?
There was a small chance that R7 would have gone for a swap, and I think that would have definitely surprised Gam, because they have the type of team comp for it.
But I do think that at the same time, if R7 can keep the range and they can poke with Ziggs and Jace, then, you know, they automatically win the fights because they do have range. How long is it per sub at this point? 1 minute 30 seconds.
Kind of power farming up until level 6, leaving his laners to fend for themselves, and the whole team is pretty good at that.
Yeah, nice little trade there from Lions, but of course, Rakan, if you can hit those Qs, those Gleaming Quills, you are going to be healing back up pretty effectively, so if you're trying to bully this lane, you have to be dodging those Qs, and that
I mean, Gam should get pushed in this wave, so I'm surprised that Leons and CEO are contesting it. You cannot fight against Jhin with a Ziggs, because Ziggs has no damage level 1. Ziggs level 1 doesn't really do anything. He throws a bomb, if you juke the bomb, he's useless. If you don't juke the bomb, and he has auto-attack passive, and then he has his Q. But his Q deals 50 damage, his auto-attack deals like, I think 70-80 level 1 in total with auto-damage plus passive. You don't really want to do that much with Ziggs in the early game, because The champ really gets going when you buy a Lost Chapter for
really
1,100 gold.
damage this Jace can do. Early on, it looks like he's able to weave in a lot of damage without Emo being able to retaliate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always interesting, right? Because these kind of matchups, you have to know you're going to lose really going into it. But if you can lose gracefully, you can have so much power later on. It's such a powerful pick. You know, allows you to really get in there with the Soul Unbound. You know, that's what really makes the champion, is that you don't have to throw your body all the way in and fully commit to actually get an all in play, right?
Rakan Q is such a powerful ability, you keep healing. Rakan has QE only. No W, he cannot knock anyone up, but he has a lot of sustain, a lot of shields.
A lot of work in lane, because if you're a Jace going up against Rakan, Wukong, Rumble later on in the game, it's a pretty hard life. There's a lot of things that can really just shut you down. I mean, even Wukong, if he gets a little bit ahead, would have a chance to just solo kill the Jace at the back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jace is...
He really needs to do a lot of work.
Jace is hard champion in this game, really. Jace is a really hard champion to play in this game.
There, empowered. Levi heading down towards that bottom side here as Easy Love and
Easy Love misses his
area, and both junglers are going to be spotting each other.
I think Levi will go. Yeah, he will go. As you can see, he's quite faster though.
On Audi, so he has to just
he still has more CS.
Unfortunate.
And as soon as you use the flag and drag and then you see him, there's no chance you can win the skirmish either, so it's just time to run. So I think smart from Audi to just give that up. Of course, it will give Levi some more tempo. He gets the faster recall and is going to be back out on the map here a lot faster.
Pretty nice play, though, from Kaney early on. 11 CS advantage in the first 4 waves.
Yeah, doing a really good
As you can see, Jace is pushing. Honestly, Kane is a lot. Oh my god! Oh, EQ misses. If that hits, that would be such a big difference, because look at Yon HP. He would lose over 100 HP from this, and he's at 300 right now. But Jace was already ahead in CS, so if he could deny this Cannon this wave if he's that combo. Levi already base, same as Odi. Both of them secured the same amount of camps, 27 to 27 CS, which means they missed some of the small grabbies.
I mean, Ki is in such a fine spot. It would literally just be trying to gank for the 300 gold, and Levi decides it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, exactly. Levi had a little bit of time before his Romp and Wolves did respawn.
Chad, I don't think in Poland
you
can use Gamba points. I don't think so. I think in Poland you cannot Gamba for points on Twitch. It's not possible. I think we have a law or something. Why do junglers keep 10 gold? I think they miss the gold sometimes, because, you know, as a jungler, you try to be as efficient as possible. So sometimes you start kiting the camp away, and then when you are kiting the camp away, sometimes you will the minions will reset and go back and leave. But you know, the camp is still gonna be considered dead even if the small grabbies are alive, which means you can still not care and leave. But yes, normally you want to not skip small cracks, because you know, small cracks are the ones that give you the most gold. Big golem gives you 25 gold, and we are talking about big crack, okay? Big crack golem gives you 25 gold. One little crack gives you 10, and there's like 8 little ones. And they give you the same XP. Or more even XP. Small boys isn't give 14. Then small boys even give more than that. I think it depends on the time of the game. Ban Nar, ban range top, ban range top, ban range top, ban range top. Based.
Fell to the side that really could have made
deal.
Hard for Emo.
No range top. Deal. We want to see Darius Garen matchups. Deal.
That allows Levi to hit level 5, and we are moving up towards Grubs for a potential fight. Seo has teleport, so Gam needs to be a little careful starting this, because they could be at a numbers disadvantage soon.
Yeah, and Kaney did just get that recall.
Okay, so Emo did get stunned by Rel, but obviously he's not gonna mean anything. Levy's gonna be able to secure his first scuttle, his first grabby here. I don't think either jungler is gonna hit level 6. Doesn't matter how many grabs they secure, neither jungler will hit level 6 here. Okay, so there will be 2 grabbies for R7. This time Gam not really... Oh, wait! Somehow Seo got caught. I think he walked into Elko. Elko flashed on him, but okay, he flashes out, uses his explosive W. Wait! Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's so cooked. Oh, he's so cooked. There's nothing to be done. First blood for Kiaya. And they keep flashing in. Lions now is the one rooted, and he will also die. He tries to flash out, but Wukong will be able to finish the kill. No! It's Easy Love who gets the kill. Runs through the tower. There are minions taking the tower for him. And Vietnamese team is on the board. 1k gold advantage right now. 2 kills for them. I want to see how did Ziggs get caught there. How did Ziggs get caught?
Gam just
That was very
sharper and
surprising.
a little bit more decisive. I think in an ideal world there, R7
Is Jankos trying to be a caster? I mean, this is just kind of...
so they can teleport and actually
I was a caster in Polish.
Like that, it becomes a 5v5.
Okay, well, OD used his flag but not his Q. OD just like used flag and that's it.
He gets scooped back. He's dead because someone can go all out, and then Audie's there to follow.
The mechanics on these guys are just accumulating into being bigger and bigger advantages. Sidesteps on the shock blast, sidesteps on those ganks, keeping them deathless.
Would like to be a caster. No, I would like to be a costumer.
Starting this
I mean, should I, instead of casting the games, should I actually just like be quiet and like only analyze? I feel like both is kind of fun, no? I can like analyze, but I can also just talk a bit about casting.
So it looks like it will be their drag.
I mean,
that's kind of my style.
It just seems to be their thing, where they get soul in almost every
to do a bit of both, you know.
2 games in a row,
I just don't wanna do whatever like I like to do. I mean, sure, obviously there's some learning to be done, right? I'm not denying it. I can, you know, have like good ideas from other casters, other players, other costumers, other whoever, but
risks in lane to hold on. Levi is off to the races.
It's better to not talk all the time. Really, you want me to shut? I mean, wow. I'm surprised that Ziggs did not react with his flash to it, because I would assume that he would just flash out.
Yone ultimate start this fight off right for Gam.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was
and then obviously, I mean, Ziggs gets changed down, right? He cannot ride that way because of the equalizer.
Trying to get out of there, but really, when there's that much committed to you, there's no shot.
And the kill onto Ziggs is what gave Levi enough experience to hit level 6, which I think is what allowed them to get the second kill of the fight on.
Nice! Oh, let's go!
He is really feeling it, and Gam.
Damn, the Gam manager. What a shot.
No, it's a key moment in this game, opening up about a 1.5k gold lead from that play. And it's pretty significant.
I mean, the game is looking harder and harder. Kane has no flash here. Kane has no flash. Oh, but the ult misses. Both ults miss, actually. They straight up miss both ults. Nice, he gets out. Procs phase rush. Now, he didn't actually need phase rush to run away from that. They missed everything. They kind of blundered, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the bald guy is very handsome, no? He kind of reminds me of martial arts movies from the 90s. Like, if you see this guy in like a Muay Thai gym or somewhere, like, you know, you just don't.
I do an arrow instead of a circle. But if they swap the Yone into him, he'll be a lot more effective.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to do that.
They're kind of like a monk, yeah.
I don't know how much
like a fighting monk.
Has actually been grabbed by Kia.
I can tell you.
I'm really curious to see how much gold he's actually been able to get, because he's been, every time I look up there, he seems to be procking it pretty much non-stop.
Know when to speak up, you must, honestly, and when to shut up.
From the laning phase, like
you should.
Almost a kill, most of a kill. You know, it's kind of not too bad.
But you know, when I'm like calling in games of League of Legends, I also like I yab a lot. I yab a lot way more on stage than I do in. I actually talk more on stage than I do in like scrims or in houses. I tend to yab a lot on stage because I want people to know what to do.
Threaten kills on the Jhin, but it definitely makes Kiaya more threatening with his full Leandries up against people who don't have a ton of MR already.
But sometimes there could be too much clutter, so sometimes you do gotta shut up. Especially when someone else is leading the game, then you should just shut up. Then just, you know, say what you think is important, but you don't have to keep talking. Oh, yeah. I just messed up a bit there.
Elio coming up towards the top to try to reinforce the team. Audi finally gonna finish off those grubs. They never actually fully cleared those earlier grubs, so it is just the 3 that will be showing up here this game.
Not even a
Do you feel this is how I talk?
And we'll see if someone can continue with clear. I think he will. I mean, yeah, Jhin does.
Finally, casters are on my level. When I put caster on X2, finally they're on my level when it comes to talking.
Yeah, I mean, Jhin, honestly, with this build has become so popular with the Shiv and the Rep.
So what's gonna happen now is they will... Okay, I mean, they burn a flash, they commit one ult here from Rakan only, which is really nice because every time Jace has no flash, it's really easy kill. I think Jace arguably by far the easiest champion to kill this game. No dashes really. Cassante, don't need to explain Cassante. Ziggs with his W with flash, Rel, obviously support Jarvan, more tanky, Rel more tanky and have dashes. Jace doesn't really have a dash whenever he's on side lane alone, and you can knock him up, you can CC him for half a second, Jhin can W him from far away, root for 2 minutes, for 2 seconds. That's basically a dead Jace, right? So focusing on this Jace is really important. Also, if Jace is behind, he will lose side lane to Yone. And the whole point of picking Jace is to win side lane against Yone and to win mid lane against Yone. But when Jace and Yone are even, Yone will be the one winning.
That buys the time, that buys the space for Emo to be able to set up. They are going to try to look here as Lions. Crashdown will connect. Audi is just in range now.
I think Emo has ult, yes, will be ulting out here. Look at Rakan, he has no ult, but he could just try to chunk Odi. Obviously Levi is far away, so I don't think they can really play for a kill here. Drake is up in 1 minute, so all of this will not make a really big difference.
I'll also say that a Jarvan without his first completed item and a Rel, they're not killing a level 9 Yone with Doran Shield. So even if they landed that engage,
I don't think Doran Shield matters as much as the fact that, you know, the guy's full HP in this situation, right?
What we talked about in game 1, with Gam being really good at playing on their item spikes, when Levi goes back to base and
the important part is here that Wukong has Sundered Sky, so Wukong is fighting quite hard right now. Wukong really gets strong at one item.
Gainy still down there, working towards his first item.
And you know, especially that he plays against so many physical damage champions, his passive is gonna have so much value. Wukong passive, I remind you, stacks up to 5. Every stack gives him bonus armor. At maximum stacks, he gets, I think, from like 30 to maybe 60, 70 armor depending on level. And another ult from Rumble. I mean, this is wow, forcing a flash. Wait, this is a kill? Oh my god, he missed that Electro Harpoon. Oh my god, he missed the Electro. If that Electro Harpoon hits, this is a kill on Summit. Summit, by the way, no TP, forced to base. This will be a free Drake for Gam. Yeah, sure. Kiaya can still TP, even though he's out HP, he can still TP.
Because Kiaya, he's looked super good. He's completely matching Summit's Gnar. He is going up against the full MR.
I mean, that Rumble finally looking good now. Rumble the past 2 games is looking useful. Also, it seems like he's winning 2 games. Have been rather doing worse, you know, yesterday and the day before that. Chad, do you love or hate salt and vinegar chips? I like salt chips. I'm not sure about salt and vinegar, but I like salty chips.
Like you say, you're going up against Summit. You know, you're going up against the guy who is considered by far the strongest laner in his league. You know, such a good top laner in that 1v1, and hasn't been able to really get anything done in the 1v1. Got the Gnar in the last game, couldn't really create any sort of advantage. Now he's on that Cassante, and Kiaya is just using him as a target. I mean, farm for
Thank you
gold.
very much for the gift of still. Sabaton's still going, but Lisa, thanks so much.
Overall
Twitch also gifted a lot, actually.
This game, though, I'd say the Jace has been pretty effective at its early job of shutting down the Yone a bit, but
I like salty chips, but I think my favorite are like super spicy chips. You know, in South Korea there are like these chips that taste really good, but I don't remember. No, actually wait, my go-to chips are the flaming hot ones. The flaming hot chips, they are so good.
Oh, nice.
I like that more. You know, it's definitely a nice one-item power.
As you can see, mid lane is still ahead on the Jace. It's very important because if the Jace is ahead, he can win side lane, and winning side lane is very important. Very important.
So this could be a Rift-Herald fight.
Yeah, we'll see. R7 are there first, but Emo is coming. Easy Love as well as Levi are going to try to get pushed mid. That is a big shock blast though onto Easy Love, and he is pushed back very quickly by that. So Kiaya going to head back up the top and try to get the shove there.
Gotta respect the Rumble though. R7 had to pull off as soon as they saw Rumble moving towards them. Kind of a standstill. Again, so much patience from Gam in this entire series.
I mean, it's not really what you would associate with them traditionally, but at the same time, clearly they
3 minutes to Drake. I mean, right now, the only fight that could really happen is this one over Herald. Question is, will R7 actually want to pull the trigger and come?
Who's matched up against this Kainic, Rooker, and Cassante, which is a horrible 1v1 against this Blade of the Rune King that's now completed for him. So
3k. They are actually approaching this Herald.
If Levi can secure it.
Oh, I think they get it and they get out in time now. Wait, Emo is actually TPing in. Elio, look at Elio. I think Rel is in trouble. Okay, she actually jumps out, but I think they might be able to chase this Elio. Decent equalizer, doesn't really hit much, but checks Theo a bit, makes him zone. Wow, high HP from Jindal only. Levi is still observing, he is looking. Odi just killed himself. And Kane will have to flash here, and flashes into Q. And that's 2 kills for Emo. And he is now ahead, which means he will now win side lane. And they got the Herald, which puts them 3,000 ahead. What?
But I gotta say, Audi is gonna want that one back. They were able
what
to
was that, guys?
Engage, get the TP out of the
oh, -1 cannon. -1 cannon. -1. Wow, that, like, and they lost to this. I can't believe it. And they actually lost to this, guys. And they lost to this. I just can't.
Elio just gets completely stuffed up on the top with Rakan there. Can't actually get onto the Rel, and you think Rainbow 7 is actually just ult. Burn Jin, burn Rumble ult. It's over. But let's see, what did Audi think was going to happen with the re-engage onto Levi? There's no shock blast up for Kaney. Seo's around the side.
I mean, I don't understand why is Jarvan, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why is Jarvan re-engaging 1v5? His whole team is out. No one is close. There is no way he beats Wukong one-on-one. He also loses that. Like, it doesn't make any, like, why would he re-engage there? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, at this point, I gotta go on some rants, because this is disgusting. Like, okay, first of all, we have 3 Ninja Tabis. That's perfectly fine, right? But if you wanna take a fight, please be there earlier, group as a team. You then run away when they already secured the Herald. You then run away, and then you re-engage when you have literally no cooldowns and Rel is forced to flash out. It doesn't make any, like, what are you doing? It cannot be a communication problem. This is just like, I don't know, brain dead. I have no clue.
And end his life. This is gonna be a really hard game for R7.
I mean, how do you, like, what do you even do as R7? You pick Ziggs, sure, you were, like, you didn't lane swap, even though you should have probably lane swap bot to top this game at least once, but you never lane swap with the Ziggs, even when he was getting pushed later on. Right now we are basically losing every side lane. James was supposed to be ahead. You entered the fight now. You grouped on Herald, but you didn't take the fight, which basically means that you didn't trade, and you could have had a bot tier 1 tower for free when enemy went to Herald. You could have still used your range to poke and play for Drakes, but you didn't even do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, you'd say, okay, well, if we can't do that, what can we do? Maybe we could split push, but Emo's going to be really good at answering.
I hate static shit, it's so
he has 2 kills, even though there is this additional farm.
I mean, like, what do you do now? Like, at least don't fight this Drake. Please don't fight this Drake. Like, please. Like, please don't fight. Like, look at items. Please. Don't fight. Get mana immune on Ziggs. Sorry, get mana immune on Jace. Get 2 items on Ziggs and then play with poke. Please don't fight this. Please don't fight this. Why is Ziggs going alone into river? CEO. CEO of what? CEO of paycheck stealing? What is this? Like what are you, like, why are you walking alone into river against Yone? And then you, like, what, like, why are you even fighting this when your items are so far behind? What the fuck? Okay, well, Drake starts to hit.
Either way, there's still 4 people chasing after him, but Gam is
okay, it seems like Ziggs is gonna TP, but look at Gam is doing. Gam used their ults, and now they are not fighting, they are just backing up. They accept that they got tower for Drake, and that's fine. And this is gameplay, okay? This is gameplay, guys. This is gameplay. Okay, I like what the R7 is doing. They're punishing Easy Love. Wow, that's CEO ult. Oh my god, no way he just missed his ult like this. Did you see that ult? I think Easy Loop still had to flash. Jace has no flash. Jace is cooked. Jace is completely cooked. That's 2 kills. Wait, what? Oh my god, Phaser is so broken. He actually ran away. It's still 1-0 though for Gam, and they haven't gotten Drake. I mean, I think they overcommitted for that tower. I think they could have secured Drake, but sure, I mean, they didn't. It's fine. They tried to get the tower. That's okay too, right? It's second Drake of the game. I do think that this Drake for Rel, Jarvan, Cassante has insane value, but sure. You go for mid tower.
Wukong through his passive, and the Jarvan, Jace, Cassante are unable to touch him. So he, I think, even missed his W out of the Jarvan Cataclysm, and then was still just able to flash out at the tail end of that fight. So he's very free with what he can do in this game.
I mean, I don't know what is R7 doing. I feel like they actually look so much better against 100 Thieves tomorrow. This could be, look at Ziggs ult. I don't even think it would hit. I don't think Jin had to flash there, but I think he did. And now, obviously, I mean, yeah, Yone can join from far away. Kane plays it very well. He procs Phase Rush on the Jace on the top side and then runs away. Even the Jin Trap does not slow him enough because Phase Rush obviously gives you slow resistance. And then Levi flashes out. It gets out. It looks like a tier 1 tower for the Yone.
It's going to be tough for R7 to come back here.
I mean, you can see R7 know it. Their coaching staff looking incredibly stressed, a little bit dejected there. Obviously, coming off of a big series, they were feeling confident. They were in a really good spot. You know, at times, it felt like in game number 1, had a good draft.
Wait, I need to check something. Do I have...
Quick, and as you say, going to be tough to pull back, but we'll see
I don't
if
have
they
it.
can do it. The Dragons still
Chad, do you remember the picture I was trying to take yesterday of when 100 Thieves lost and the stage was empty and they were just like seats of 100 Thieves that said 100 Thieves lost? I really need that picture. If anyone can have it, so I can make a tweet that the loser of this series is 100 is this, and then the picture. It's gonna bang. Yeah, I made a screenshot. I don't think I saved it.
can't complain as they continue to extend their gold lead.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Emo's fine topside. You know, he seems to be completely safe. He has enough vision. It's a bit shallow, but he does have it through that river and has the push up on that top side. They have a ward deep in mid that knows where the Ziggs is. They have the minion wave there, so they saw the Jarvan. And they know they have the time. We'll take the tier 1, grab the dragon, no pressure.
And also just a reminder, as the stakes for this game, the winner advances to Swiss stage. And almost the added importance for Rainbow Seven, because their region, the LLA, has never advanced out of a play-in stage.
Is it in your clip or in your
Losing this game
screenshot
doesn't
tool?
mean that's an
I use
impossibility, though. And
screenshots.
also
I
because of
press
how important their win was over
wait,
100
what do I
games,
press for screenshot?
There's like a bracket switch as they move down.
Control
so they actually
Shift
end up
S?
playing,
No.
if they lose this, they will
How
play
do I
the
screenshot?
winner
I don't remember
of
right now.
Vikings
There's like a 3
and
hotkeys that you
Pain.
press and then you
So
screenshot.
by no means would their dreams of going to
I think
group
it's
stage
Win
be
Shift
over. They're
S.
gonna be very
Yeah, Win
competitive,
Shift S and then
I
you
feel like,
screenshot.
in the
So
next
this is
series, if they
it should
end
be in the
up losing this one, which
should
it
that
does
still
look
be
like
in the
Gam is in
clipboard?
complete control.
Windows V is
Absolutely
clipboard.
are sitting in a really, really good spot. You can see 2 items coming through for so many members. Stridebreaker done for Emo, which does make it difficult to kite him out. The Rapid Fire is done.
I mean, okay, but that's
Completed
yesterday
for
though,
easy
so I
lock.
don't think it's still
And we
there,
do
no?
have
You think
that
it is?
Riftmaker's been done for a long time on Kiaya.
Well, either way,
Seekers on top of it.
I mean, the only good
They
thing
get
about the
even more
series is
difficult
like
to
making more fun of NA. Like this is like the only positive thing about this series is literally 100 teams losing to this and more even making more fun of NA.
It does deal a fair bit of damage too, and it scales pretty well into the game because it is that percentage
These
increase of
get
damage.
saved
So
to the screenshots
honestly,
folder
not
in
bad.
your
Kill and a
pictures
half
folder.
from your
Really?
rune there, as he has created
I
a
need to
very
look on
big
my
lead for
screenshot
himself.
folder.
1.8k ahead of where Summit is now.
Just trying to think of what Rainbow Seven can do. I mean, currently now would have been their window
Okay,
to try
well,
and do
I
something when you
definitely
have
will not
both
do it
the
now,
Yone
but I
and
will
the
do it
Rumble
later.
showing on waves. You know there's only going
Don't
to be
worry,
2
Chad. I
people,
don't keep any weird screenshots
but
on my
Levi's
PC, so
just
there is no
freely
worry
going
really.
wherever he wants because it's only physical damage dealers that are in range to retaliate. They do about 600 damage to him, and in doing so, then lose.
Spicoli,
mid-push.
thank you.
Again, R7 is going to have to wait and look for their next play. Got people standing on a ward though.
Wait. This could be a good engage actually for R7. Look at Levy. Look at Levy. Levy's already have HP. The question is, can actually at the same time Yona is pressuring Cassandra on the right side, and that's 1 kill. That's 2 kills. Cassandra is probably gonna die to Yona, as Yona is the stronger monster 1-on-1. Oh, really nice fight by Emo. Wait, Cassandra. Okay.
And he was trying to charge it back up, has it back and available.
Wow.
Neither solo lane are able to finish off the other one.
Damn.
But that was big because Emo was able to interrupt the TP there from Summit. He couldn't join the play.
True.
And that really did change the math on things.
Well, that's gonna be a
nice
Nashor.
advantage.
Can't believe Cassandra just won a Yona with 2 items, by the way. Cassandra just won a Yona with 2 items. Yona has Blade of the Ruined King, which is great against tanks, and a Stridebreaker. I can't believe it.
But it still ends in the favor of Gam. 8,000 gold, Baron buff, Drake advantage, and a couple of pushes away from the Swiss stage.
Yeah, they are looking so good at this point in the game. We can watch
Thank
this
you,
fight
Scudder.
one more time. You can see the angle that they're looking for here.
Yeah, I mean, Levi Kiaya goes straight in. They get a
It's
bunch
just,
of
you know, it's
damage
just too deep. The
onto
problem is
Katie,
that there is no
but then
Cassandra TP,
Ziggs
right?
retaliating, and
And they don't
maybe
really
if
have damage to
Cassante
kill
could come in
anyone.
with some type of flank, they could get on to Jin or Levi in the back. It's still going to be pretty rough, though. That's a huge gold lead for Gam, and their original initiation was pretty good. So, Emo there.
Wow, and Cassandra is even half HP when the fight starts. I can't believe this. Now Summon in trouble. I mean, he's gonna get out, right, Cassandra.
We'll have to see how much Gam can get with the Red Bolt Baron power play here. They do have some good wave clear with the Ziggs, but they're going to get split and they're going to get pulled apart here as Emo's down towards that bot lane. Summit looking for an angle on Levi, can't find it.
Emo freely taking that bot turret. I believe he's deathless this series on the Yone, so he's been playing extremely safe.
If that GW hits, then Sio would be dead. Sio has flash. He will have to flash. I'm not sure if Rakan is gonna chase him down or not, but at the same time, okay, Emo goes way too deep. It's straight 1-for-1 so far. Cassandra is ulting. The problem is, where is Kane? Kane is still... Wait, Kane is tipping on the tower. That's gonna get taken. No, he tipped into 3 people. He's gonna die.
Only to watch his base crumble.
He did what?
Get a big fight.
What was that TP?
Couldn't quite get in range for the forced shot there on the Lions. Thought he had the kill. It's up to the bot lane here from R7, but the deadly flourish is deadly indeed. It connects on.
What are they doing, man? How did 100 teams lose to this? How did 100 teams lose to this? How did they lose to this?
They're going to take the series 2-0 over R7. What a performance.
Gam have dominated.
That's how I feel about this series. That is precisely how I feel about this series, guys.